Right.
Send them off.
Alright, I am sending them off. We will get our final relegations underway. Which, this should be an exciting time.
Now, this is definitely be a good one. And taking a look at the card here, honestly, a pretty decent card overall. Nothing crazy. And obviously, you know, being second visit bosses and ASs, you're not going to have too much crazy, but it seems like a fairly balanced card overall.
Yeah, exactly.
Larkseen, Grim Reaper 2, Drives, Zexen, Axel 2, Betwixt between 100 Acre Wood and Gene Jafar. So, gonna need to find quite a few world unlocks. So, it's gonna be where do they find those? And obviously pages. So, pages and drives are generally gonna be looking what you're gonna be sacking first, but obviously what depends on just how bad they're located.
Yeah, you're gonna have to at least do one of them. So it's like, depending on what you find more first, that's most likely what you're gonna go for. Unless the last couple that you're looking for, either a form or a page, is in a pretty nasty spot.
Alright, Slink's gonna be a homie here. We have Ice Cream, Proudfang, and Identity Disc.
So that's half of one goal, and then
another goal out with Larkseen with the Identity Disc. Proudfang is pretty useless to us right now.
Yeah, there's nothing unless there's
unless there's something.
Yeah.
No, there's something on Ground Shaker. I can already feel it.
Hey, proof. We're doing Terra, right?
Proof of connection in the LOD shotgun.
I think next time if I do these settings, next time I'll make it so that you can do Terra as an alternative.
I'd be down for that.
Super Boss as an alternative.
I'm down for that. Final form in the Port Royal shotgun. So that's a solid find.
Did you just hand him a seed with final form?
Sure. Yeah, that's but how do we use it is the real test. You know, it's free, but how free can you actually use it with? You know, it's it's hard.
We'll see.
I'll go right ahead there.
I was gonna say we'll just see how long it takes for us to find picture, because you get that, you have immediately access to TT3 and can just go straight to Betwixt Between.
Yeah, and we saw Khaled in qualifiers. The minute they got TT3 access, no final form, they went straight for TT3. I think 25 minutes in.
It was like 20 minutes in.
Yeah, so I imagine if Khaled finds picture, or if picture shows up pretty early, hey, look, second proof. Brightland, speaking of Khaled. But if he finds picture, I imagine he's going straight to TT3.
Man, the card where you don't have Zemnis as a goal and you find 2 proofs and shotguns, it feels bad. But obviously they can still use the room for leveling if they find the last one in Promise Term.
Here goes United's network. Tiny bit of issues for them. Hopefully it gets sorted out.
Nothing in Agrabah so far. Jesus is about to head to Abu and really hasn't found anything. Found auto wisdom in case he wants to get some early levels in wisdom, even though doing it on beginners you have to kind of do it very early. Otherwise it's almost near impossible, or you're wasting time trying to auto.
We did find our first set of pictures, or torn pages, in Pride Lands, so that's one of the 5. See if anybody opts to do an early 100 Acre Wood check, or if they're just gonna wait for that to hopefully be hinted early.
Yeah, I would feel as a goal, if you start getting too many pages, you just start doing it since it's a goal, and hopefully you find one of your world unlocks or even a form or something in there that's gonna point to another goal, so you can kind of say this was worth it.
Right.
United getting some early levels heading out of Halloween Town. Only found a blizzard on their way in there, so doesn't look really like there's much there.
And we saw Jesus dip into the world that never was. Didn't see anything in the first 4 checks. And more than likely not going to come back to that unless there is something required to go back there.
I just looked at the bottom of whereas Jesus. He got the proof and he just like he rolled his eyes a little bit. He's just like, okay, sure.
That's what it kind of feels like when you start to see these proofs, especially early. It's like, okay, am I going to get all of them where I'm going to have easy leveling access, or is just one going to be like in a nasty spot that we're going to have to do this the hard way on leveling?
Yeah, so far we don't have any sight of peace, because we know where non-existence is. And then would still need that promise charm. Hopefully one of those gets hinted in one of the early world unlocks, or world reveals.
We should actually get our first world reveal from Khaled here. I think he's the closest.
Most of these shotguns they have some nice, like, important, like, you got some offensive magic, you got final form, but other than that, you really don't have much.
Yeah, not a whole lot, but we still haven't seen anybody dip into OC, Twilight Town, or even Space Paranoids, so still a few worlds people haven't dipped into that have a fair amount of checks.
What a fantastic hint for LOD. Fire and the proof. This is a great start.
Is dead.
That's good. That's kind of good.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
you need that fire.
No lotters today.
You know, that is true. That they might need that fire because the genie fire is on the card.
Yeah. If the other 2 fires are in a pretty bad spot, then you kind of gotta pick your poison of which fire you go after. So hopefully they find one on the way.
Yo, Earth. Thanks for the raid. Much appreciated. Thank you. The juicer of a raid.
Jeez.
So Slink got their first hint. Ignited's about to get her first hint as well too. And Jesus just got his. So they all have their first hint now, so they know that LOD, pretty much, they're not going back.
Yeah, everyone should be in roughly the same boat. It's really just now down to finishing your shotguns, or maybe just you hard commit early to a world or something. We've seen a lot of people do that in these kinds of settings.
Yeah, immediately go after goals just because, you know what, hopefully you find something on the way there, and if not, you already push towards a goal that it won't take. You're just not delaying the inevitable.
I think this is our first check in 100 Acre from Ignited. She didn't find anything in the first room. Let's see if she finds anything in the second. I feel like maybe you can... I feel like you can argue that doing the minigame is fine. If you don't want to do it, that's also acceptable. Because it's non-committal. You don't know if you're going to get all your pages yet. Ah, she leaves. I respect it.
Yeah. I'm okay with that, yeah. I may have done it just for the early progression and potentially that you do have to do the goal, but it's also like, yeah, you're on a 50-50 of like, do I have to do it or not? And you don't want to waste the time.
Yeah, I will say with 100 Acre, not 100 Acre, DC, Timeless River not being on the card, no Old Pete or no Future Pete or no Marley, you are losing out on those 2 easy points there. So you can argue that doing the minigame to make up for 1 point is worth it.
And it doesn't look like there was anything in OC Shotgun either.
And these worlds quite dead looking, it seems. So looking like a slightly hard item placement. That's all I can say.
I know. It's unfortunate that's horizontal slash and TT as Slinks just enters in it. So I think they found a Berserk charge. I think it was in Pride Land, so they do have Berserk Hori if they end up having to go to the world that never was for something. So unfortunate that Slink doesn't have final form like Ignited does, because they're most likely going to leave and sack station fight, while Ignited, she's probably going to push the station fight and just immediately get the levels for final.
Right, yeah. Okay, I think we can swap over and see where some of our other races are at. So we have in the top left Nocturnal, back with hopefully working internet and everything. Seems like everything is all in order. Or not internet, computer. Apparently some overheating issues, so glad that they're able to play. On the top right we have KH2, the latest person, or the late person almost of the race time. Just jokingly point fingers. Unfortunately, all their emotes and whatnot are covered up by the hit list. Then in the bottom left we have Master Glint, the new face, rather. They've been around the scene for a while. They played in the Fresh Faces tournament. This is the first time, at least I'm seeing them play Rando and at least move on to this part of the tournament. So exciting to see. And then the bottom right, we have Danimal. He's playing a movie. He's playing a movie that he's made right now. So that's what you're seeing in the top left.
I mean,
sure.
Yeah, let's just go with that. But we were talking about fires earlier, and Glint actually did go into DC Courtyard and found a fire. So you don't need to go into LOD to find a fire.
That's good.
Well, yeah. It's nice to know that now you don't have to push LOD for a fire and just push a dead world. You found one on your way and you can say, okay, LOD, just don't need to touch it at all.
Oh, and also just found pictures.
That's full send TT, yeah.
That is full send TT mode.
You can argue to do it now, you can argue to do it later. You only have one form, so not much. If you're trying to level forms, it's probably not smart to do it right away. You could just do it though and level final in the mansion itself if you get more forms later. I think it's runner preference.
Yeah. You don't want to, like, especially with drives on the card, yeah, you don't want to sacrifice those levels just by pushing. You got to kind of weigh it, because you're like, I do got to do this for my hit list, but at the same time I have another hit that I have to do. So do I find the forms, the level somewhere else? The other thing that I didn't catch, but I saw KotC2 grab, there was also Trinity Limit in TT1. So you also have Trinity Limit as well too.
Well, you can full send STT and just be done with that.
That is true.
We've seen that as well too.
That wouldn't be bad.
No.
Yeah, no, it also wouldn't be bad. You would pretty much clear everything relatively fast. Struggle fights would be a little annoying just because I don't think anybody's picked up draws to make that a little faster, so you don't have to run around afterwards. But it's still going to be relatively fast.
You can see here from KotC2's menu. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a single draw. Who decided to have Danimal and KotC2 on at the same time?
No comment.
Alright, Glint's going through Pride Lands. Yeah, only one person makes that choice. I wonder who. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like you should go STT. It's not a bad choice. Even without a draw, like, you're probably still fine.
It's still gonna be fast with the Trinity Limit. You just have to do a couple dodge rolls around to grab the orbs. Not the end of the world. It's still gonna be still gonna be really fast.
Now I will say, Danimal is actually doing the mini escort segment. A little bold. Again, not on the card. You don't have to do Marley or Future Pete. So going here really is just for the checks. He might just autopilot it potentially.
It happens. You're just like, I'm so used to doing this.
Yeah, I've been there as well too. I just you do a world and you're like, wait, I don't have to do this.
So we'll see if they find anything here in Timeless River. Hopefully it pays off.
And if it does, then that's good for them because with it being dead, it may be required because
it is pseudo required right now because of that scimitar.
So it's working out. It's a little spooky.
So the question is, when does everybody else, if they decide to push it, or when does that hint pop up? Because when you're kind of late in the game, you're wondering, where are my world unlocks if you're missing some? And if that hint is late, then kind of at a disadvantage.
Yeah, a little bit, for sure.
Nocturnal leaves. I respect that because
chicken.
Yeah, not a goal. So just scimitar and chicken in Timeless River so far.
Still these last two aerial
An
dodges.
aerial dodge. Is the animal's video just on loop? Oh my god!
I think it's on loop. we just won't ask questions about it anymore.
I will not ask questions.
I don't know what I would rather have: all his mods, watching his mods, or watching the movie.
Oh jeez.
I'm actually surprised his computer can hold all of this going at once. KotC2 doing the minigame.
I think it's a bit fair.
It's a fair play. You're sort of working towards that goal, but you're not like hard committing to it.
Yeah. KotC2's gonna get their next hit.
They will get the
same
hint
with-
off that.
Yeah, same with Glint, but Danimal actually already has that hint. And it's a Beast Castle hint.
So it has membership card, money pouch, and I believe that's a magnet. Yeah, that looks like a magnet.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah,
Really?
We just got it from KotC2.
yeah, there we go. So yeah, nothing too major unless you really want that money. If it's early, but you really don't need that membership card either.
Man, so this is a really interesting seed where, technically speaking, you don't need to go do Timeless River quite yet. And it's not required. You don't need to do Beast Castle. So you've already lost out on 5 progression points overall that you can get in a normal route. 3 from Beast Castle, 2 from DC Timeless River. So trying to make up those points is going to be very interesting for a lot of these racers. You gotta do a little bit of quirky stuff potentially. Maybe we'll see early TT just to actually make up those points.
Speaking of Hollow Bastion, we got 2 people in Hollow Bastion right now.
Yeah, I will say interesting choice to do Bailey. I think doing the shotgun is fine. When you're doing Bailey, I guess that is also another progression point you're trying to get to make up for others.
Well, with Magnet Burst, I guess you can make it a little bit, just as quick, but yeah, a little questionable.
Yeah, if you're trying to play as optimal and sort of pseudo-perfect as possible, it's like, which is usually, I would say, on the conservative side of things.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, we've seen risks work out, so it's always, it's rando. Rando be rando.
Yeah. There was another aerial dodge in Hollow Bastion shotgun, so we know where the other 2 aerial dodges are. One in Timeless River and one in Hollow Bastion. So if you go both those places, you have pretty good movement.
Oh, interesting. Nocturnal was using their form, but then they reverted, and they have no more drive gauge, or rather, they have only 2 left. Okay, we also see that KotC2 has done, or is doing, the mini escort. So they will get the scimitar, they'll be okay. Still gonna miss that fire, or sorry, the thunder, I think. No, sorry. No, they have everything, yeah. Fire, blizzard, thunder. The scimitar.
Yeah, so
they can full send
Jafar, yeah, Agrabah 2 would be open. So now they got what? TT, they got their Between Betwixt goal already set. They got STT and Genie Jafar. And then if you find Money Pouch, then you could get your Space Paranoid, you can get your Larxene goal set up. So you are pretty much good on goals that you could start routing towards them.
Yeah, 4 goals is always good to have. You can at least work towards those and then potentially reveal enough info for where your other 3 could be.
Nocturnal finds the 2 things I think that they were kind of looking for and immediately leaving. Finding membership card and a money pouch. Very early.
So I'm not gonna lie, I feel like you can argue to do Thresholder. Honestly, you've already pushed this far. If you have Trinity, you can do the 1 cycle. And then just leave.
Oh, they don't have Trinity Limit because they're going into Twilight Town.
Oh,
this is their first step. Yeah, I think if they went
Maybe
here
they changed their
first, they
mind.
would have. Yeah, they would have had it. Well, with Final, you could do it too. Just do the glide hits. It's not as fast as the 1 cycle, but it is something that they had in their tool belt. Oh wait, they reverted out.
They have no drive. So I think they're still in an okay spot. I don't think really anything's gonna change too much for any racer right now.
Yeah. It's still very early to kind of see if a play was the right one or wrong. Is Danimal going to do it? Danimal is going to do it.
And again, it's such an interesting choice because it's hinted so early and you know this world is now dead. Like, you got the thing you potentially needed, which is membership card.
Right.
They are 1 point away from their hint, so maybe they just want the hint.
Yeah, no, I think it's fair to go after it for the point. It's very easy.
Yeah.
It's just, you gotta hope that it works out. Alright, I will say, meanwhile, Glint in the bottom left here did do the station fight. I think they might just do a full TT clear, honestly. You could do it. It would just be potentially a little hard later on.
I find it amusing that we're seeing these casts on Twilight Town. These 4 are just overlapping each other.
Yeah, we did see someone crossbones right outside a tower. So that's now 5 goals accessible.
So you kind of, once you start getting all these goals accessible, you just kind of just start to think, which one is it that you're going to want to start sacking? I know it's a little bit too soon still because you're still 2 away, especially with pages and drive forms, but it almost feels like that's what it's going to kind of come down to.
Oh, Blizzard on Levels. Levels just got revealed. It has 2 pages. Okay.
Okay.
So you really
Alright,
want the
so that's
Promise
3.
Charm and Proof of Peace to show up now.
Yeah, so with that, that's what, 3 pages, so drives ain't looking so good right now.
I think we will switch over to see some of our last 2 racers. Wolf Scout and Tibbs. I think this is oh I know Tibbs has been in Relegations before, I'm pretty sure.
I believe so. I think yeah, one of the ones he was in there. So the funny thing about Wolf Scout really fast is that I dared him to do Quick Run Roxas for frame 1, and if you look at his tracker, he did.
Found Bone Fists, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I want to point out another thing too. Khaled is already in TT3, and they have found Valor and Battlefields of War.
So that's six goals
6. Yep. So right now it's actually down to, are you doing pages or are you doing 100 Acre? Sorry, are you doing 100 Acre or doing forms?
now. Yeah,
The same thing twice.
and I think
So
it
that's
just
like-
depends.
Oh no, that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see a 50-50 between those.
No,
Because
It's-
now in theory, like, it might be optimal to do both at the same time, potentially,
yeah.
instead of doing another world. So you still have to figure out, what do you sack?
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate, but we'll see if they find anything else inside Twilight Town here.
My worry looking at that levels now is how deep are those pages? Are you going to find them super early, or are you going to have to level up for quite a bit? Because I don't think I've seen anybody pick up an experience boost at all.
No, I've kind of been skimming around between all the racers, and I don't think
23.
anybody's picked up a experience boost. If they have, it's been when I haven't seen them. But yeah, one page is on 23, so that's a good sign.
It is a good sign.
The other one's on 50. I can feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel it in my bones.
We give it an early one and be like, you're not going to see one for another 25 levels without an experience
that is
boost.
Tibbs in the top right. And I'll say, speaking of Tibbs, they are at the minute fight now. We are seeing Wolf Scout in the top left going to do their TT shotgun. In the bottom left for Ignited, she is in minute fight as well. And then Callet on through Mansion, so we'll see if there's anything in the Mansion.
I wonder if they'll pop a drive recovery and start doing a little bit of Valor leveling.
Ooh, nice magnet. Geek, what are these stats? You rolled another
Negative combo.
Negative.
Nah, you like magic. You like magic.
I'll take magic every day. What do you mean?
Until you have to do between betwixt.
What? That's perfect.
Just throw your
reflect.
Yeah, use your reflect. Find your limit. Throw out a Ragnarok. You're fine.
If they had limit.
Yeah,
they'll find it eventually, right? Surely.
Surely it's not on like Zemnis for any reason. Surely not.
The struggle.
It does seem like TT is dead outside now. Technically, there could be something between. Actually, no, Beam. One more check here. Still probably gonna be nothing. All right, just a little synth recipe. I kind of agree to just not do it.
It does.
It's kind of a
It's just
hassle
interesting.
to do it.
Yeah, it's just interesting because they pushed it in the qualifiers this early, so it's just interesting. It's like, what's the change of mind?
They did the same thing in the qualifiers though. They went up to Beam and then up to betwixt between, but then left because they were like, I don't know if my stats can do it, but it's like you're a beginner.
Yeah.
Throw out a fire, it dies. You have Thundara, throw it out, it dies. Like you're not too worried about it.
Yeah.
Especially with that magic stat, 34, Thundara. It's done.
I will say that you can't, like, depending on how you play and your perspective on things, you can actually just not play as hard in open qualifiers. You can just assume you'll qualify. And then relegations, you, like, play more serious. So maybe that's also playing a little bit of factor of, oh, okay, I actually want to qualify, I should take this seriously, so let's actually, like, play a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's kind of like that way for some of the Masters players, where some of them felt pretty confident in qualifying, so they would kind of not super try hard, and they would like sort of conserve that mentality and energy for when they actually had to play in relegations.
United all the way up to Barbosa, so there's nothing else that they found so far in Port Royal, which is kind of scary.
I'm not terribly surprised.
Nah, you kind of expect something though on the way to Barbosa, or Barbosa actually to hold something, but so far nothing.
So we found Peace. It's on Drive somewhere.
Nice.
Just got hinted, as well as Sword of the Ancestor.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, that's useless. Check.
You do see Callet initially going straight into the STT afterwards.
Probably just wants to get this done, get it out of the way, see if they find anything else and get enough info for another hint.
And we are seeing Wolf Scout clear tower. I think that's fair. And you can full send all of TT.
So Tibbs, do you go back in? No, they're going to TT. They're gonna do their Twilight Town push now. Oh, he can't go back in because he didn't push this for skill and crossbones.
Yeah, it happens. Now, if he does do this and gets the skill and crossbones, then he probably will go back.
Yeah.
It's, what is it, 3 points? Or sorry, it's 2 points. One for GR2, or sorry, GR1, and then one for Medallion. So it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'll get some progression. You don't have to push GR2 just yet. Even though you do have the tools, it's just a fight, annoying fight, and being understated is not fun either.
Trying our hardest here with Ignited Network. Maybe they got an update.
It's trying its hardest.
It is. Their ISP is deciding to upgrade the lines right now.
Yeah, we have I did see it, kind of related but unrelated. Ninten during his Relegations race was getting wrecked by internet issues. Turns out that Fortnite was updating, and because of that updating, his ISP was throttling his network, and as a result, his upload started to tank. And also, he streams off of Wi-Fi, so it's a conglomerate of issues. But
Wi-Fi?
It all blame Fortnite.
Yeah. It's not the Wi-Fi, it's blame Fortnite.
They got that new Unreal update. It's supposed to be pretty good. I don't know, I don't play Fortnite.
Ooh, is Khaled trying to death abuse here? Oh, they don't have Trinity on. They didn't equip it. So, yeah, for Khaled here, you either get to the hit count or take a death abuse. Either way, it's pretty
Tibbs.
bad.
You're talking about
Tibbs? Oh shit, my bad. My brain was thinking of the last one, Tibbs.
I was looking at Khaled. I was like, he's taking a death abuse in Twilight Thorn? Okay,
No,
I don't think there is one.
We're good. Yeah, sorry. Tibbs. Thank you. Look at how much HP Tibbs has. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
You're gonna... Yeah.
And the fact that he forgot to put on Trinity is also pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most abused Twilight Thorn.
It's the new tech.
Developing straight before our eyes.
Ignited
Submission
made it
notes.
through Hades'
Yep.
escape. Go right ahead.
No, I was gonna acknowledge that too. It's a fine choice. I think it's fine. They don't have Battlefields of War, but it will eventually come their way if they do TT.
I think she's just getting all the worlds prepped. Just hoping to kind of get enough info to figure out what worlds they need to push.
I feel like maybe the mentality you're adopting for this is, let's just push everything that I think is goal related and we'll sack something later. Because you have both drives and 100 Acre, you can sort of assume, okay, one of those will be sacked, I will sack one of those, so let's just do everything else.
Yeah. And the seat's been pretty generous so far with giving you pretty much all your all your unlocks that you need and your goals on the worlds that you're actually pushing. So you're really not getting punished for pushing those.
Alright, we will take a swap over. Let's see some other racers. So we have Slink, West Jesus, Nocturnal, and Kisu. So triple STT actually, yeah.
Triple STT. Superior Twilight Town?
Yeah. We did see on Slink's tracker that we do have access to another page somewhere in OC. So now we're just looking for one more.
And you're most likely going to get that on your way to your goal. So at this point, yeah, it's where's that last page, and is it going to be that much of a problem where you go for drives instead?
Ooh, okay. Rounds Jesus opting to try and see if they can not get double DM'd, but unfortunately, you have to get to. It's about that. I would say 60% to 70% of his health bar. If you fall below that range, you will get DM'd the second time. So he's not too happy about it. You have to sit through the cutscene again.
Banjo just brought me a juice. Here, I'm gonna send you a picture really fast. But anyways, nothing in. I'm gonna don't check this out. I'm gonna send you guys a picture, okay? But nothing in STT so far. Nocturnal's about to head to Mansion, but this is where a majority of the checks are. So maybe everything's just in Mansion.
Anything in Mansion? You got a staff for Donald's, another combo plus, nothing interesting. Still nothing.
Still nothing. What are we down to? What? 3, 4?
3 chests and Axel. Okay, air combo boost. That's okay. Combination boost. Okay, still nothing.
Okay.
So 1 fight and 1 chest left, and that is it.
You had to push this anyway for a goal.
Yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate that there's literally nothing here.
I know, you usually hope that something's on the way to do this because it almost feels like a time sink. If drives just kind of showed up along the way of the other goals, that you could be like, I didn't have to do STT.
I would say that's kind of what KH2 on the bottom right is doing. They could push STT, but they're opting to do OC, which is torn page. It's on the way to a goal as well.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Zexian access. So potentially not wanting to do STT. I feel like that's one of the fun but hard things about these settings. It's just risk assessment, learning what to keep open, how to handle when situations change. Definitely tests your skills a lot as both a rando player and just gameplay in general.
Oh man, Nocturnal is having the worst Axel I've probably ever seen.
Alright, they're good now. Fortunately, still not a check. Is SCT actually just dead?
Are we gonna get summer vacation check? Is it gonna give us something?
There is 1 check left.
Come on,
It's
SCT payout.
just a lone chest. And it's actually
It
dead.
is just a dead world.
I think the best thing we've seen is just an air combo boost.
Well, while we were watching that, Slink actually got hint 6, which is actually pretty good. Because it
In
actually
DC.
hints Disney. Yeah, it hints DC, so you know where your scimitar is at now.
Did you just say scimitar?
Isn't that how you say it? Or is it scimitar?
Scimitar.
English is hard, okay?
It is true.
Just like reading. Reading's hard.
I kind of expect Slink to do. Oh, or it's not DC. There we go. Thinking the wrong words. I'm expecting Slink to go do that. It's kind of easy to get to.
It will also
I mean,
be
you
their
could also
first
argue doing it
fire.
later. Yeah, that would also be true. I mean, you could potentially just not do it as well.
Finding a glide. Finding a glide on Valor too. This is the ended explosion. Yo, Valor holding out on us, man. I think that's the first glide that's been found, by the way.
So, Valor 2 and Valor 3 actually paying out this time. I don't think anybody else has decided to level up Valor, which is kind of interesting. Because, yeah, Explosion and your Glide are just sitting right there on 2 and 3, which you can get very, very quick. KH2 heading into the underworld. About to hit the bulk of the checks in OC. So we get to see how deep this page really is in here.
Accessory slot. It's always appreciated, especially with these kinds of stats. Boosting that magic seems pretty good.
Everything behind Demix. I wonder how he's going to approach this. Trinity Limit, use Final Fire.
Okay, goes for Trinity. Always a good option. Just don't need to do the finisher. Let your gauge for now. Okay, I'll still go for it. It's probably maybe not as efficient to do that just because you're sitting in an end animation and wasting time.
Yeah.
And then use Final. Just to clean it up. Not bad.
Ooh, Warehouse Jesus is getting DM'd here as well. Axel is a bit of a troll. And I'll say, unironically, I actually did watch a bit of the speedrun just to learn how to do this fight. It's very, very strange that I'm actually saying those words, but it's kind of nice. It's very simple of a fight. All you gotta do is just do, what is it? One ground combo, do a second, use that second finisher, do an air combo, and that knocks him into the wall. You do an RC, and then you just do another air combo, or you do a ground combo, and that should kill every time. So it's a rather simple fight, but you can learn a lot of things by just watching the speedrun.
Oh, Slink was doing something interesting. He was gliding against the wall.
I have zero idea why he was doing that. I'm gonna be honest.
I was wondering. Fun. I'm like, am I missing something? Is Valor 4 gonna have something?
Could have that proof of peace.
2 and 3 paid out.
Just the Keyblade. So when you're in Glide 2, because he had Glide 2 in the hallway, you don't hit the ground, technically. Like, unless it's a upward slope, you'll be gliding over the ground the whole time. So trying to gain heights would be interesting of a choice.
Maybe he was trying to make it so the Heartless wasn't spawning, so when he got to the end, they all spawned down there. And he didn't have to double back. Who knows?
Maybe.
It was just interesting to see. Yeah.
Oh wow, it's one page on Hydra.
On Hydra. Oh.
Nice. So that's what, 4 pages that. Well, you have 3 now.
One, yeah.
The World Underworld just got hinted, and Promise Charm is there.
Oh.
There's also Reflect.
Yeah. And so we know that Peace is not on Valor up to Valor 4 or up to Final 4. So it's either on the other forms early or it's just later on the 5, 6, or 7.
Yeah. And also has that Bone Fist in there, which we don't know if that's required because I don't think, Halloween Town has not been hinted yet. So there is a world where some World That Never Was content could be required.
Mm-hmm.
Surely not, right?
Surely not.
Surely.
It's not like Zemnis is holding out on that, and then, you know, Experiments is holding like a form or the last page. Surely not.
So I think Kisu is probably going to commit to pages because they went straight into 100 Acre Woods just to go do another minigame, and probably will jump back in to do the balloon minigame.
I mean, for all we know, actually, it could be Page in Spooky Cave. That could be a thing.
Yep.
So you'd have to get to wherever that last page is on levels, and then finally go back.
Geek World will level 50. We
I wish. I wish.
I wouldn't put it behind them.
Yo, the Aquamarine Ring. Hell yeah.
Yo.
What is the lore
best ring.
behind that? Please explain it.
It was there was a hitlist race, a casual hitlist race, and it was locked behind just doing some kind of it was locked behind doing like a early boss or a second visit or something. And the joke was, hey, anyone have that Aquamarine Ring? And some people had it, some people don't. And so the whole time we're just trying to find it. And then people were like, oh, I have it now. And people were like, wait, I still don't have it. And then the other joke is, in these settings, and just random in general, the Aquamarine Ring sells for 240 money. So it sells for a lot. That's literally 2 whole ethers. And so some people who are part of that inside joke will sell the Aquamarine Ring because they're like, man, I need that money. I'm sorry, the meme has to go away. Other people are like, nah, stay faithful. Never sell it.
Never sell it.
Yo, I'm gonna sell it every single time.
I need
money. All right, I guess that's it.
Just find your money pouch. That's it.
Alright, so Slink does get to the scimitar, does have a fire, does have chicken. Won't get that thunder, but I think that's fine. I think they're gonna go buy their other visit unlocks they need.
Nocturnal's about to get theirs as well, too. Kisu pushing
Interesting.
Agaba now.
I'm surprised that Nocturnal didn't want to do the future Pete fight, or the old Pete fight. It's a free progression point.
I guess with the Axel 2, they probably feel like they lost a little bit of time, that they want to try to get it back. So they're just saying, you know what, let me just start pushing worlds, and once I have the item that I need, let me just leave. If it's not a world I need to go any further.
Maybe, man. We'll say we are seeing the treasure room, so a lot of people are thinking probably go Agrabah, start doing it now, since we had that scimitar hinted.
And what do we got? 7 hints and still no other form hinted yet? This is looking scary. For forms, at least.
I'm not surprised.
That and the last page is also missing as well, too, still.
It's just going to be a 1K.
All the forms and the page are all going to be in Spooky Cave.
Yeah, literally doing no. 100 Acre Woods is just has everything. But you need to find that last page on levels.
So Warehouse just finishing Barbosa. They do have skill and crossbones, so they may go back in.
I would definitely go back in. It's the only doing GR2 is the questionable one by player preference.
I would
like,
say push up. Push up to GR2, but then like leave just before it.
Get it prepared so you can come back if you happen to come across Master Form to make it a little quicker.
Oh wow, fire! Fire the Twin Lord fight.
Lords. Solid.
Perfect.
Alright, and then the map, so still nothing there.
Oh, nice
that
hollow
HB
bastion.
hint. So, the Torn Page and Master. Those are like the big things in HB. There's also 2 Reflects, Cure, Pan, and once more. So, HB is 100% required. Now this shapes things and changes things a lot. Do you want to hold out on potentially doing forms, and do you want to let that happen? What do you skip now, or do you just?
I think
do
you
them
just
both?
full send. I think you just full send skipping. Like you just stop forms.
yeah. With only you got 2 in hand, you got 1 only hinted, and you know all the pages. I feel like you have to kind of at this point sack dry forms.
So I feel like this is an interesting choice for KotC2 because they haven't done STT. They can try to see if they can route in drives and 100 Acre instead of doing STT. It's something they can do.
It is possible. But then at that rate, you're just hoping that you don't need to go into Halloween Town, because otherwise that you're going up Tower, and you don't know how far that's going to be in.
KotC2 doesn't know. We know. It's right after Roxas somewhere, because we saw Wolf Scout get it. But yeah, KotC2 just doesn't know how deep it is in the world that never was.
Oh, okay. So whereas Jesus opting to just do GR2, I think. He might just be doing the medallions and then gonna leave before GR2, potentially. I think that's a fine choice. Sort of like an underrated decision.
Could do what I did one race, which was get that set up and then accidentally hit Port Royal and go into GR2 fight. That was fun. Didn't have anything customized, no ethers and all that, so don't do that.
What do you mean? It was intentional. Surely.
Yeah, surely.
Metagame, right?
Alright, so
We'll see
Nocturnal
if
in the
he-
bottom left is just gonna do OC. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think at this point he's just pushing goals because he's like, I got enough information. I'm gonna. Oh, and
Ooh.
takes a crash.
Ooh, super unfortunate.
You hate to see that when you just go into a door and you crash.
Alright, KotC2 will first do this fight instead of going to core.
I was gonna say core. I hope they know core is on for this.
I think every racer does. That's made it this
Yeah.
far. You should know it's on.
I usually do this fight first. I think it's an okay play because you're gonna get these 2 chests, and I've seen it where what you're looking for is in these 2 chests, and then you don't have to dip core or go any further.
Yeah, I think that's runner preference usually. I know a lot of people do this, a lot of people don't. Aerial dive, that's good.
Probably gonna leave to save their drive and then come back in and decide whether or not they're gonna do core or push Demix.
Yeah, you could do core skip. That was an option. I'm curious to see what's in this first part of core.
Yeah, looking at that. Yeah, they do have all the movement to do core skip, so can opt to do that. Obviously, fights would be all right as well. Especially having second chance once more now.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do core skip. They have Aero Dodge 4. It makes it
Yeah,
very, very
they-
easy, very free.
I think
Oh,
they're
Putting on the
going
going
once
for
more.
more.
Yeah, they put that on. I'm pretty sure they're just going for the fight here.
Yeah, they're preparing for the fight. Well, you get your next hint with progression points, and this fight's not too bad as long as you can kind of take care of what do they call the sorcerers? They go invisible?
Necromancers.
The necromancers.
Yeah. No one likes those monkeys. Very mean.
They are mean. They snipe you out of nowhere with their little fire, and you're just like, where are you?
Oh, okay, you are fine. Again, this is beginner, and you basically just never die. Alright, we get our next world reveal. 100 Acre has wisdom.
Has his
So...
that...
So now that those route into each other now, so I think if you're KotC2, you're pretty happy about skipping STT potentially for now.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't know that it's not dead, but... alright.
Depending on where this limit form ends up, you're pretty solid. You're pretty okay with that, because then, yeah, you could just full on skip STT.
Oh man, Glint opted to just do Betwixt Between, so they're done with that. That is their first goal done. Meanwhile, we have Danimal at Hades, and Hades is now done.
Oh, jeez.
I saw a quick glimpse of somebody get in the car in his video, and I thought it was him jumping around, excited that he beat Hades.
And so Danimal now has that hint for 100 Acre. Also has not done STT. Same with Glint. Glint's also going to be an OC2.
Animal, you gotta choose something. Spending time in the GOA kind of, put you a little bit behind.
Alright, Wolf Scout should get his 8th hint fairly soon. So that will be the HB hint. Tibbs in the bottom right here is going through their STT voyage, taking the easy route of, I know this is a world I can always do, let's just see if I can do it. So we're seeing a different level of play from a lot of these racers.
Geek, you have it zoomed in.
We're good.
We're good now.
What do you mean?
I don't know, my eyes are deceiving me. Chat's wrong.
You saw nothing. Chat,
One
you
chat.
saw nothing. You all need to go get eye tests.
No, sometimes I push a button and it doesn't work. Good times.
Technology, right?
Alright, so Glint is... Oh, okay, I just realized what Glint was doing. He didn't do the save warp tech, which is fine. It happens. It is usually faster to do save warp in pretty much every scenario. There's a lot of places where it just happens to be the fastest way. I know a lot of people will still do the glide through Beast Castle 2 when you just do a save warp and end up at the parlor. Save you a bit of time there.
I just want to say this, Geek.
Uh-oh.
Glint's at level 39 and still hasn't found the pages.
I'm curious where he leveled. I guess he maybe leveled in Mansion?
I would say Mansion.
Yeah, Screen... He has not done Screens, so it's been strictly Mansion.
So this might be a level 50 Torn page?
I'm down.
Level 50 Torn. Let's go level 50 Torn page.
Okay, Glint, I think... Yeah, okay. It's Berserk Charge on. We'll do Berserk Hori onto Hades. Oh, never mind. They're going to STT. Interesting. Okay.
Ooh.
Reminder, it's still unhinted, so a lot of these racers don't know that it's purely dead, and they'll be baited the whole time thinking it might be useful.
I just thought of something. We get the page on 50, but we get experience boost on 48.
I'm down. Hey,
I'm okay with that.
This happens to the Masters race, the Masters players a lot. It's time for these guys to feel that pain. They gotta learn.
They gotta feel pain, especially on normal placement.
Yeah, you guys have it easy. But all jokes aside, that would be super unfortunate.
That would be really bad.
So we're seeing Tibbs doing the end of STT. He's going to learn that it's dead, but at least gets their first goal out of the way. Danimal and Wolf Scout both doing Hollow Bastion. Well, Danimal decides to change and go do Poo. And Glint starting STT.
So I know this is not currently being shown, but I saw Kisu finish up core. Do you want me to tell you if anything was in there, or should we just wait?
Sure. You already brought it up too late.
I know. Core had nothing but Pan, so Core is dead.
What are you talking about? Pan's great.
Sure.
Yeah. So kind of super unfortunate on that side that you don't find anything.
Wolfscan will be going into HB2 now. Tibbs about to find out STT is 100% dead. Oh, okay, interesting. Tibbs does the RC. The rarely seen RC from KH2. Unfortunately, does not kill, but they will get the RC finish.
It's going to learn that their summer vacation ends with nothing.
Yeah, you learned nothing. You just wasted your time, kind of. Technically not a waste. Again, if they find other goals to potentially sack, then things can shape up differently.
Right.
I can see them moving their camera, trying to figure out where to go. Alright, does SP... Oh, they're finally doing their SP shotgun as well.
Oh, I didn't know. They're going to find their TT3 access.
They'll get their picture.
So, do your shotguns, people. Do your shotguns. Just check chests.
We learned that also in the qualifiers. If you did your shotguns, you would have had easy leveling right off the bat. Danimal gliding around the G-Way. Gonna be interesting to see if they go straight into core. Both him and Wolf Scout, Danimal and Wolf Scout. Oh well, Danimal's going straight to core. It's gonna be interesting to see if Wolf Scout just decides to skip it because they want to do something different. Because they think that everybody's gonna check core, so maybe they bank on 1K.
Oh, they're starting. They're already moving in the other direction.
Okay.
And if they do that, they miss out on once more. But I guess that's not a big...
On beginner says you're not really...
Yeah.
You're fine with skipping on those.
Yeah. And Tibbs is doing some leveling on screens with Final Form. I watched so many Master Seeds that I was like, oh, 102, they got an experience boost, but I forget that's the experience for beginner.
Right, yeah.
I was about to say, where was the experience boost?
Ooh, Danimal is going to be doing core skip, unfortunately. Sort of undercompensated for Aerial Dodge 4. Or they overshot it. It's deceptively easier to do when you have Aerial Dodge 4. You can also make this jump with only a quick run 1 and max aerial dodge, surprisingly. Gotta make sure you do a reflect. Very nice. Being very cautious, 6 steps forward.
We do see Wolf Scout going into core as well.
I guess not going to take the risk, especially if you go down the 1K route. You only have a single magnet, and it's kind of not fun with a single magnet.
Just learn beginner strats or the speedrun strats, which do things vanilla.
That's always fun.
Just
the RC's just got to play nice with you.
Just know your camera manipulation. So yeah,
okay, Danimal's trying this.
And then Wolf Scout just doing it normal. It decides to do the fights. We'll get their progression points.
Yeah, those are solid progression points. It's 3 per fight. And Danimal trying to be a little cautious here. Oh, gets caught mashing. Yeah, it's interesting that he hit the attack button instead of the jump button. Super unfortunate there.
Mm-hmm. I did notice, though, that he did get hint 10 on his way here, which points to SP being what?
Just the blizzard left? Or, yeah, Cure, Picture, and Blizzard. Okay, he does get the skip. Yeah, sometimes nerves can sometimes take the best of you and you mess up your tech a little bit.
Wolf Scout's right behind. And Tibbs is doing the setup in hostile program.
And already has that Blizzard fast screen, so with the information we know, there is nothing of value.
Yeah, you can skip chests. That sounds fun. Yeah.
I mean,
some
hey,
racers might.
You could find that experience boost.
True. We've seen it several times where XP boost is post screens somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Or a Combat Master. Still haven't seen that. I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, Light in Darkness was
Light
in core.
Darkness core. That's funny. Funny location.
Good thing they gave it to us early.
Alright, Wolf Scout already in the fight. I don't think he might have. I don't think he planned to go in here immediately like this. He could actually take a death here.
Yeah, you definitely could.
Oh, careful! That's a thunder. Okay. Should be fine.
That works.
Yeah, there's a lot of enemies with magic resists and immunities, so it's always good to sort of know which does which. Okay, remembers to throw an ether in time, very nice, and he's at the final wave. Alright, very nice, gets through.
And gets their hint number 10.
Yeah, that's probably the more annoying fight for sure. You only have a baby magnet, so it's not the best choice.
Yeah, not the greatest.
Tibbs left after SP1 to go do core as well. And Glint is finishing up their dead STT.
Man, so it's still very interesting seed of what are you sacking?
Yeah,
all these
they've only got 2 goals done so far, which are the pretty ones that were open to you right from the beginning.
Yeah, well, we know where every farm except for Limit is, which honestly the amount of worlds it's left in is slowly dwindling. You have what? Pride Lands hasn't been hinted, Halloween Town, Agrabah, and we've seen GR2. We've seen GR2 done by somebody, right?
I believe so. Actually, no. But we can take a look at some other racers. Have any of them done it? Okay, we see Ignited is at Genie Jafar. You see Khaled in the top right, in PR right now. Slink on the bottom left is going through the first core fight, and the bottom right for Awareness Jesus, they are done with Hostile Program.
We do see on Ignited, they did find that page on levels somewhere between 38 and 44.
And on Jesus' side, we see that he did Final Fantasy fights and found the torn page, but not Master Form. So Master Form's gotta be on 1K or Proof of Peace check. Or Gullwing.
And just wow, a magnet's on Genie Jafar. That's annoying.
that's definitely annoying.
Alright, so taking a quick dive at the sport along, the torn page was in Crystal Fisher and level 44.
Okay, was just on 44. Yeah, knew about the fissure one. Saw KotC2 do that. They picked it. I just caught it off a corner, but wasn't going to say anything because somebody was going to push it eventually.
Yeah. Not quite 50, Geek, but you got close. You got
close.
Really close. And all done without any experience boosts. Which I guess with these settings and the world you're pushing, you can naturally get up that high pretty quickly. So with Ignited, she has Magnera now. So does she do 1K for Master Form when she finally gets down to that spot? And is probably going to decide to sack probably STT?
Yeah, she hasn't stepped foot in STT. There's no chance to or anything.
Yeah, it is still possible.
Gets hit by the bat. Very annoying those bats are.
And apologies for the stutters from Ignited's perspective. Unfortunately, cannot do much if network issues are persistent like that.
Probably also getting that Fortnite update.
Yeah, that good old Fortnite update. That totally, I have zero idea if it's happening or not.
Yeah, but yeah, looking on Ignited's side, limit can only be in Agrabah, Pride Lands, or what is the last one there? Halloween Town?
Yeah, I think Halloween Town, yeah, because Port Royal, they got the hint for Port Royal, and it just had Final Form right at the beginning.
So, yeah. You're...
Where is Limit? It's not in any of the worlds you have to kind of push, so you kind of have to start thinking about, with this much hints, you gotta sack, considering sacking drives. But to them, it could still be an STT. We know it's not an STT, but for them, it could be an STT because they don't have the hint yet.
Yeah. Getting down to the last couple of hints going to be available. You have STT, Twilight Town, still unhinted, Agrabah, Halloween Town, and then Pride Land. So quite a few worlds still.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, you're hoping it gets hinted before you step foot into STT.
Yeah. But I think the minute you step foot into STT without limit, you're gonna sack drives.
You just full send and accept the fact drives are no longer gonna be on the table.
Exactly. Because at that point, there's no point in just leaving STT, a goal world that you hopped into, just to get limit form. When you're gonna use limit form in STT and level it up there.
We will see what a world hinted after this fight here on Ignited's side.
Yeah, they will get the next hint.
Hopefully that hints their limit form.
If the network issues let us see it.
Alright, we do get it. It is Pride Lands got revealed, and it is just Beast Claw, and that's it. So only the Thunderproof front page and Beast Claw.
Still missing that limit form.
Okay,
And I
kinda brought it up.
No, it can't even. It has to be in.
Oh, it has to be in Halloween Town, right? Because
So it can be.
Can it actually? I was gonna say, can it be on Lexus? That'd be the only way it's not.
oh yeah,
Yeah, so Lexaeus can have forms, or all ASs can have checks in these settings. So they may have to do that potentially if they want to do forms, if that's there.
all right. Warehouse has a Larxene set up and looks like it's just going to go from world to world now, getting all of them set up, trying to get levels on the way, trying to run into the torn page on levels, but also get this one in OC, and is probably then going to start finishing their hits. Hallett's doing GR2 with final form. Pretty clean. So that's what, 2 hits down for them because they haven't done Between Betwixt, but I imagine probably going to go straight there and finish that out. No.
Going to go into Dagger, but it makes sense.
Yeah. I guess wants to keep TT3 open in case they need to do drives.
Yeah, they're hoping they find the limit and they're going to leave Betwixt up for that. You can get a few limit levels in off that.
Yeah. Man, this drives hit is just throwing everybody for a loop because you still don't know if drives is even worth it at this point or not. Because you're, what, 10, 11, 12 hints in and you still don't know what limit's at? And you're still thinking about it? I think at some point you have to make a commitment that you're going to sack something, you got to stick to it and hope it's the right call.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you got to be pretty close to here to needing to make a decision and pretty fast. You're running out of places where you're going to get your checks.
And not only that, you still don't have wisdom, which is in 100 Acre Woods, that you're running out of places also to level up wisdom. You've used screens, you've had to go through Final Fantasy fights, which is another very easy spot to level up wisdom. Really all you have is, and if you pushed it, is DC or Timeless River.
You could do the very beginning of The World Never Was as well.
True.
But yeah, those you just don't have. Outside of that, you really don't have any good spots.
Yeah. I just want to know what Ignited is thinking right now. Like,
skip STT. Skip STT.
Skip STT.
Yeah,
that's
I
literally
think
it.
that's.
I want to skip STT.
Yeah.
Also, why is my ISP having issues?
That too. Why can't I have good internet?
Well, that's gotta also be sticking in the back of your head. Is like when you have IT issues, crashes, ISP, whatever it may be, controller issues. It just kind of like sticks in the back of your head as well too, and kind of just messes with your routing a little bit because you're concerned about that too. So we got Slink about to get their page and probably, immediately leave as soon as they get the page?
Well, they've stepped foot into it. They've done STT. So unless you're going to sack something else, I'm pretty sure you just leave. You have no reason to really look for that master.
Yo, 3 out of the 4 chests there that were all important checks. Let's go.
Damn. It'd be one of those crystal fishers.
It would have been better if
Those
Master
are very rare to see. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I feel like if you do 1k, it's not the worst. You have Magnera. Your magic's good.
Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, they left. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's also interesting for Slink that Slink almost seems like they're sacking forms, but they're still checking chests in 100 Acre Woods, even though they know it just has wisdom.
I feel like you just do that to keep your options open.
True. Khaled
I
on their
think
way
we will
to...
take some time to switch
Question.
over.
Mhm.
Alright, so we see 2 Agrabahs from Glint and Danimal right now. Meanwhile, we have Nocturnal going after Demix, and then Kisu is in STT. So they've done GR2. That's here. In terms of hints, they have the Halloween Town hint.
And that is where
Oh.
Limit is. So, yeah, they don't know how deep that Bone Fist is, and just like, okay, drives are done. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, the minute you get that hint, it's you kind of just don't want to dip into 2 worlds because you don't know. Yeah, you don't know how early that limit form is or not.
Yeah, so you could do it, but you can also just ignore all of that whole chain of whatever it is and whatever it was, plus plus Halloween Town 2, and then that.
It could be the same situation we saw in qualifiers where they actually were looking for Scimitar. I didn't say Scimitar this time. Scimitar. And it just ended up being on Oogie. And they didn't know if they needed to go for Bonefist or not, and it just happened to be on Oogie. It could be the same situation again. They could have that in the back of their head. They're like, maybe it's on Oogie this time. Again.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has pushed outside of the Christmas Town.
I haven't seen a Prison Keeper fight at all. Which is interesting because it's a pretty quick set of points that you can get on both Prison Keeper and Oogie.
Yeah, it's fairly easy. It's 4 progression points. That's if you do that super early, that's a full hint.
Animal getting DM'd by Genie Jafar.
Yeah, it happens. You have to learn like some subtle nuances to the fight in order to do a 1 cycle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not terribly hard of a fight to do though. Oh yeah, he was just a little off. It's a little annoying.
Yeah.
But that is 1 goal done for Danimal.
That video just keeps throwing me off because I think it's like him and somebody walking into the room or something. Every time I'm like, oh, somebody's walking up on him right now.
Oh, and Danimal is doing STT. Okay.
Is Axel playing nice with... Nope. Kisu also gets issues with...
Ooh.
Oh, yep.
Everybody is getting DM'd by Axel.
Axel's having none of it today.
Alright, let's see if Glint can do the 1 cycle here. Oh, does have a little fire there. Oh, does the tail early. He
that
could have
was
done 1 more
real-
combo.
That was real early.
This is quite pushing it. He might get it still? Okay, yeah, he gets it. Okay.
Oh, that explosion.
The magic stat is helping that explosion. So that's 3 goals. Is he the furthest ahead? 3 goals at an hour and 20 minutes in. Yeah, hour 15, hour 20 in.
Hour 17,
Hour 17, yeah.
if we're going by
I
a
can't-
list.
I can't read.
It's okay.
Alright, and now he will be going on his HB voyage. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the membership card, so it needs to go into, I believe that's
Peace Castle.
Beast Castle has it just
So he needs to do
before
the shotgun.
Thresholder. Yep, just
Yeah.
up to Thresholder.
Now, it's going to be a little annoying for Glint, just because he has to deal with that first fight. However, he does have Trinity, so he should know that he can use that as a strat. I believe Glint is... I don't know if he does any runs recently, but he does know the beginner routes for the most part for the speedrun. And I believe the beginner route does use Trinity, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least used to, at some point. Oh yeah, Glint, gotta go back. You don't have it.
Glint, you don't have it.
He just now realized.
Oh yeah, he's gotta go Beast Castle.
Yeah, when you're in that muscle memory, you just kind of... You forget what you get sometimes, and you're like, what's going on? So, what's also very interesting is he also doesn't have the money pouch that's here, too. So he's been poor man the whole time.
Alright. Does do the Trinity, gets out of the fight.
Going to be happy at least that membership card's going to be fairly early.
Yeah, we'll just be able to... depending on the route they take, you could just see them doing Threshold and then leaving.
Nocturnal's fighting Hades, and Hades is not being very cooperative.
Oh, doesn't kill him in time. Let's do one more little ball here. This should be death, though. Wow. Barely gets it in time. Very nice.
Yeah.
But now you have to do Zexion. So... It's kind of annoying at the start. It should be a pretty easy fight, though.
Yeah, they have Final Fire. Their magic stats high enough that he'll just melt.
Yeah, immediately going in, let's just say, he's saying, let's just get this done and move on.
Oh, Glint, you gotta update the story flag.
Yeah, I've told him about this stuff, so I think he's just remembering how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is fair. I think I told him...
Do one of their goals.
Yeah, I taught him that any cutscene... most cutscenes will update the flags, and he's like, oh, let me just do a mini game, and then I can go do HP2.
Oh, so we didn't see this when Danimal did this, or we didn't make mention of it, but Danimal also did Spooky Cave and did find Wisdom. I don't know which chest, but Wisdom is in Spooky Cave somewhere. So you at least find 4 pages just to get Wisdom. And from the looks of it, Glint's just saying, forget it, I'm not checking chests. Drives are the ones I'm stacking.
Ooh, Nocturnal's having a bit of trouble here. If you're struggling on this, what you can do is you can do a Thunder. If you are struggling to get Zexion to get stunned. Alright, he's adding RV, which is a little scary. I think he's still fine. Yeah, there should be death.
Yeah, he should be good. I think he, in the panic of trying to get Zexion stunned one more time, accidentally went into Valor. But with Drive Gauge 9, you can make that mistake once at least and be able to still go into Final right after. That's 2 down. Immediately goes to Twilight Town, and it's going to get that done.
Yeah, this will be, for Kisu in the top right, this will be their 4th goal. So they're looking pretty solid.
Yeah. At this point for Nocturnal, I would say, yeah, if you don't get the torn pages on the levels on your way to onto Mansion before you do Between Betwixt, level up there, because that's where you're going to get the most XP, and just spend the time grinding it.
Ooh, does he get this? Okay, barely.
Ooh,
wow.
Barely got that.
It's very, very close.
Oh yeah, they haven't touched Valor, so they don't have an explosion.
Yeah, I think that's fair. If you know you're going to skip
fair.
it, there's no reason to touch it. which is quite unfortunate because he's missing out on that glide the whole time.
Then the glide too. Yep.
Yeah. Glint's looking for the chest. Got it. Not gonna lie, it took me a while to remember the route in the corridors of Hollow Bastion to remember where all the chests were.
Oh, this room? Yeah, it's a rough room. Alright, before we get to the end bit, where we see the final set of people who may potentially qualify, we'll take a peek at some of our last couple racers, Wolf Scout and Tibbs. Okay, currently Wolf Scout is about to do the Hydra fight, if I'm not mistaken. Tibbs at Starry Hill, so that is their goal done. So this will be their fourth. So Tibbs is looking really solid as well.
So, okay, but now, here's the thing. What are you skipping?
He's skipping drives, I think, because he has Larxene set up.
That's right, drives.
Yeah, he's skipping drives, is what it is, because he didn't even pick the one up in Spooky Cave. And he's about to go do Larxene and get goal number 5 done.
So, yeah, Tibbs is looks like they're prepped outside of Genie Jafar. They're still have all of Agrabah 1 to do.
Yeah, so... And all of OC2 to do? Yeah, OC2 to do. So they're right there near the end. Khaled is heading to MCP to get Larxene set up, and then we'll just need to do Between Betwixt, which they're right there. And need to get...
They just need one more level, actually, funny enough.
They need the one
level 44.
Oh, they're right there, too. They're 1800. They're most likely going to get it. They'll get it in Between Betwixt, too. If they just did that.
Meanwhile, Ignited, on their way to the mansion in STT, they do have... Or they still need to do OC? Yeah, they didn't do the second... They do OC2. They also need to do Betwixt Between. Oh, no, they have that done.
PR2. No, they need to do PR2. Yeah. And Larxene, so...
So they're almost prepped, yeah. They just have to do 2 worlds. Or prep 2 worlds. And that is Larxene, so yeah, 5 goals done for Tibbs.
Wolf Scout is looking for this wisdom in here. Is he still doing... He probably still hasn't decided what he wants to sack or not.
Potentially, yeah.
Well, there's the wisdom, but... Yeah, what do you... If you're looking for drives...
Oh, he doesn't have the Halloween Town hint, so he doesn't know about Limit Form. But he has Bone Fist. He has Bone Fist, so he might go for it.
That Roxas quick run meme, you might have set him off on the wrong foot. Yeah. You might have accidentally.
You set him up for failure.
I might have. To be fair, he said he was going to do it 5 minutes in, and I said, why don't you just do it frame 1? So he was going to do it regardless, but...
So we have you to blame.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
No, unfortunately, I think you will be getting the blame here.
Bad. I flipped the breaker.
Ooh. Glide 2 for Kisu off of hitting the invincible or invulnerable Zexion.
Oh.
That's pretty funny of a spot to get that.
Oh, didn't have enough final.
Oh, they're using Trinity here. That's not good. No, he's immune. He falls out.
To all this.
So you're gonna get booked and you're gonna get DM'd here. So
you're getting
a little bit
DM'd.
of time loss. Yeah, reminder that you can use Thunder, and that will stun him, and then you can quick run in and go into final. That is a very solid strat. Alright. That is a dead lurk scene for KotC2 here. Yo, Waffle, thank you for the raid. Alright, dead Hades for Glint. Just has to do Zexion next. Meanwhile, Tibbs also going to be onto Zexion fairly soon.
KotC2 finds the torn pages pretty quickly because he was one spot away. So is going to get these next 2 goals done back to back. Oh, he has all of 100 Acre Woods to do. He's only at Piglet. So
Oh
he's done
no! I mean, you could skip chests at least.
Yeah.
So it's a little comforting.
I know you kind of moved away from him, but yeah, Wolf Scout with that Bone Fist, he went to Halloween Town.
Oh, no. What have you done, Herdez? What have you done?
I've done it.
What have you done? Can't believe it. Alright, Blint's getting booked, unfortunately. Oh, and gets our seed as well. Trying to find a retrieve. Gets it. Oh, Glint, come on, get the RC. Press triangle. Yeah, there we go, buddy.
Ooh, has to menu fire. Kind of a little annoying.
Oh,
Knock
yo,
smash,
knock
let's
smash.
Yo, the knock smash?
Unfortunately, he will get DM'd here. I don't think there's any way that he escapes DM.
No, there's no
Wow, that is
way.
insane damage. Actually, hold up.
Hold up.
Wow, he
Oh.
does skip it. Wow. I was looking at that damage of the finisher of Knock Smash. That was insane. Never mind.
Knock Smash for the win. I'm going to start using it now.
I did not expect that to be even remotely as much damage as it was going to be.
That was a lot of damage. I didn't expect it to do that much. I thought he was going to get DM'd while he was charging up Goofy.
Okay, Glint onto MCP now. Or onto Sark plus MCP. We'll get to Larkscene soon. And yeah, KotC2 is on the way to their last goal. Oh, sorry, KotC2 is.
Yeah, just a
KotC2
few
about to get to
minigames.
Larkscene.
Tibbs has to do all of Agrabah, and then he's done. So this is gonna get really tight here.
Alright, I am peeking over, and I do see that Warehouse Jesus is on to Zexion is done, so has GR2 left, which I believe they have prepped, and now has to do 100 Acre, which I believe they have done none of.
Oh no!
Yeah,
No,
so they have to do the
not
minigame
touched-
adventure.
They have not touched a single minigame.
Which I think, again, that's totally fair to not do any of the minigames. The route can change very dramatically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, so here is... This is the prep, the Genie Jafar from Tibbs, so they've got an adventure to go through.
Everybody's gonna finish on top of each other, and they're gonna finish fast, very close to each other too.
Unfortunate for Tibbs. I kind of agree. You probably should not check chests.
No.
Yeah.
But sometimes, man, they're just right there. The dopamine of opening a chest. So it's pretty nice.
So here's the funny thing about all these hints. Hint number 16 is STT.
Yeah, I just realized that. Yeah, well, actually, we'll literally see. Yeah, there it is. STT is a 0. That is the last hint. Wow.
You would not have known that STT was dead until the very last hint. So if you waited, yeah.
Oh, Glint's doing. Wait.
Oh, Glint. I think Glint. I think they made a
Yo,
small
light cycle, let's
mistake
go.
All right, but this will be GG's for KotC2 here. Very, very nice. So that is I think that means he's our first person qualifying. 1:31:39, super solid time. So I will replace him very quickly. So we do have warehouse cheeses onto GR2, and they just need to do the minigame adventure. Yeah, they're just done. So it's now just minigames. They can literally skip every chest. So they've got like 3 or maybe like 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, 4 or 5. Luckily, you just don't look at chests. You just go.
Glint's thundering Larxene, nice.
It happens. We've all been there.
Yo, another knock smash.
Oh god.
Let's go.
Glint, no. Glint, no.
Let's go.
Wow, that worked. Okay, wow. That was sick. That was sick.
Yo, knock smash. Knock smash for the win.
Let me see. Tibbs is the bottom right, correct?
Yes, that is Tibbs in the bottom right.
Yeah. So yeah, on to their Agrabah 2. GD Jafar is their last goal.
Yeah, they're so close.
I know they're off screen, but I want you to go take a look at what Wolf Scout's doing.
Oh no, is he in the one never was? It's Vexen. Cool. Why Vexen has limit? Fun.
Yeah.
That's and body pouch. Okay. It's a little brutal. Just a little brutal.
Yeah, so don't go for drives.
Alright, I am checking. Ignited she is actually at her last goal. She's about to do GR2. So clock is intensely ticking for some of these guys. Let me see if I can replace KH2 really quick with Ignited.
So here's another interesting thing too. Glint and Core.
Yeah, unfortunate. He's searching for the page. What the heck? I typed in the wrong thing.
Ignite.
Oh, there we go. Aha! No, that's even more correct.
We didn't see
anything. I
anything.
don't know what's going on here. Alright, last refresh, I promise. There
first try?
we go. Yeah, totally nothing wrong happened. So yeah, she's literally about to get almost her last goal. Just has to do 2 more phases of GR2.
Isu's doing Larxene right now. Done with Larxene. Just needs to do Spooky Cave and Yeet.
Yeah, where are they at?
Actually
Yeah, they're actually there. Wow.
It's gonna do the same time, almost the same time that Jesus is doing it.
Yeah, he's just a little bit ahead.
We'll be a little bit ahead because they already have
Yeah.
Low disadvantage too.
Well, yeah, a little bit of a mini game.
Tibbs is about to do Genie Jafar. Oh, this is gonna be really, really close.
So all 4 of these guys are fighting for 3 spots.
Man, that's insane.
I don't know if there's anyone close. I don't think there is.
The only person I know of is Nocturnal actually crashed and has a 3-minute lowless.
Oh,
and is on MCT right now.
Yeah, or they're about to get to Larxene, so maybe.
Oh no, they have all of GR2. Wait, yeah, they have all of GR2, PR2 to do. I don't think they can do it in 3 minutes.
No, they haven't touched it.
All right, that is GG's to Ignited. 134.58, very nice. Let me see if I can actually put in Nocturnal here.
Tibbs is about to finish.
All right, yeah, that is GG's for Tibbs, I think.
Tibbs is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kisu.
Oh,
wow.
Jesus is gonna see him finish.
Like, just a minute, like 30 seconds before.
Wow, that's so... Oh, no.
Yeah, and Jesus has a higher load list, too.
Damn, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Jesus, I think he just saw that.
I don't think anybody.
No.
Slink has all of. Slink is too far back. Danimal's over. Glint's over.
Yeah,
Wolf Scout's over.
Slink has 4 goals to do still.
Yeah, Nocturnal is, I think, all 133, 22. So I think that's the only one who can make it.
And they got to do all of all of PR2 and GR2 in 2 minutes.
Yeah, so I don't think that's happening. I think
No.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's
Wow.
That's tough.
That's
Damn, so Tibbs kind of out of nowhere, I will say.
Yeah.
Didn't do so hot in some of the other formats, but when it came down to the last one, clutched it out.
showed up, clutch.
And
Now
also
Geek.
Ignited finally gets it as well.
Yeah, Ignite as well.
Oh, Tibbs sniped. I didn't notice, but Tibbs sniped second place by 14 seconds.
Dang, that's a good time.
134.44 to 134.58. Yeah, by 14 seconds.
Sheesh. Alright, Geek, I think it's time we answered the question. Where were the experience boosts?
And how deep was Promise Charm?
Oh god. So, experience boosts were Limit 3 and Memory Skyscraper, so right after Roxas. So I think Wolf Scout has it, technically. And then
So-
Promise Charm is not Skyway. I believe that is also after, or that might be on the way to... Or sorry, that might be after Zigbar. I forget which one that is.
Yeah, you're not getting those. That's
No.
Dang.
Well, Wolf Scouts could have a double experience boost if he levels up Limit.
I mean, you could have auto-limit that, but like, really?
Alright, we will
You're
do a little
more
refresh
likely.
here just to get some different racers in. I think in the meantime, I'm actually gonna try to get final brackets set up.
Yeah, and
Yeah, do a little behind-the-scenes work. Yeah.
yeah, this was really close, and it just came down to execution of your goals, your hits.
Mm-hmm.
Danimal's about to do Zexion right now. Does he know the Thunder Strat? Just walks up and does final. So it's gonna get their kill here. Gonna run out of magic. Still gets it, okay. Nocturnal's finishing up their GR2. Slink's finishing up their Genie Jafar. And Glint's gonna find their last torn page that they're looking for.
And we'll see Danimal doing their GR2. We'll obviously have all Port Royal 2 to do still.
And Wolf Scout, who's not on. Oh, he also did one. By the way, Master Form was on 1K because he has Master Form.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah.
So-
That's
So which one is he sacking? What did he choose to sack? He did
STT.
all of. He did
No,
STT.
he did STT. I
He
mean,
has
you
ST.
have free range to sack whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
what have you not
I-
dove into Genie Jafar?
he hasn't done Timeless River. He hasn't done the mouse push. He's sacking Genie.
That's rough.
Oh, he also found Sword of the Ancestor. Master 4.
Yeah.
So,
Really unfortunate on the Wolf Scout side.
yeah. That the meme of quick running, regardless if I put him to it that early or not, he was gonna do it, is what he told us. But
You cursed him. We have you to blame.
Apparently I did, but yeah, the fact that he did that and got Bone Fist that kind of did him in.
Damn.
Because then you see limit form and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go for drives then. But with limit being on AS Vexen, yeah.
United, there was a few people that skipped core, but most of them just opted to fight.
Yeah, I think one or two people skipped
I think like 2 did.
core. Yeah, but everybody else did. Everybody else dipped core. And arguably, when you're doing, at that point, I think everybody only had the single magnet, so they didn't want to get locked into having to do 1K with just magnet. So everybody decided core is a better option to do because we're not going to get we don't have a quick way of doing 1K if needed. Yo, Nocturnal finish, GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
I know we missed that.
And also, acing finish from 0 probability. Big GG's to them. Honestly, this is super tough seed route.
Yeah, it really was, because you were open to what you're going to sack all the way up. I'd say at least past the hour mark. Because you're like, I could still sack either pages or drives.
Yeah, another acing finish is Bomb. I posted a little bit early, but they weren't in contention. Alright, that is
Sniper.
Slink done.
No sniping.
GG's to Slink. Again, super impressive showing from some of these guys.
They made everybody made both the qualifiers, everybody who also didn't unfortunately make it to relegations, everybody who was in qualifiers and this relegations really made it tough to make it advance because these 2 seeds, everybody was finishing right after each other. Don't clip it.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the qualifiers where Khaled finished it, I think it was like 20 minutes before the next person even remotely. After that, it was finish, and then this seed was finish. So it's like, yeah, super close all the way. So nothing about it was ever easy.
Yep, super. It's so hard to route these settings, but that's like that's what makes this like one of the more interesting rando settings for sure.
Right. Yeah, it definitely pays to be able to route on the fly.
Yeah, it's kind of scary when you get a card that has both drives and poo because it's less of like all the other ones you're like, I'm just looking for a one world unlock is all I'm looking for. But when it comes to both poo and drives, especially when on
Thanks
both
to
cards,
Slink.
you're looking for 5 things each for those.
GG's.
Just to get those done. And you know you're going to have to at least do one of them. So it just sits in the back of your head of like, am I doing poo? Am I doing drives?
No.
Did I make the right call?
Yeah, I think, and this is just me looking at it, once the double pages got hinted, you were almost guaranteed to be like, okay, I'm not doing drives. I don't care where they land. I already have 4 pages, know where they
GG's
are.
glint.
And then you're just looking at it like, I'm just not going to do drives.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just me looking at it from a perspective side. Obviously, these racers could have had something totally different throughout the entire race of that.
And GG's Danimal.
Yep, GG's to the animal. All right, so Wolf Scouts now on their adventure of, I don't know what they're doing. Where are they going? They still have
Well,
to do
they're not
all of
doing-
Act 1 2.
They're skipping
They're
Genie
skipping,
Jafar.
they're skipping Genie Jafar because they haven't hit Timeless River.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's so funny.
So yeah, they're
But-
just on their their
Wow.
little adventure here.
Man, I will say, I think on that note, I think I got the bracket ready for y'all. Final bracket.
Ooh.
This is gonna be spicy and scary.
We're gonna see who goes up against Herdez.
Yep. So here's your final bracket: Little Herdez versus Tibbs, Khaled versus Kisu, Rav versus Ignited, and Silenza versus Dark.
Let's go, Tibbs.
So this is gonna be a very interesting bracket.
No, it
Reminder
definitely
that-
will.
Yeah, this is a reminder. This is now officially 1v1s. There's no group races, none of that shenanigans from the previous part of these formats. It's actually just 1v1. It's all pick ban. So each racer gets to ban a format of the 5 they don't want to play. The other racer gets to ban 2. Then the first person who banned gets to pick 2 of the remaining. So you can play a format in your favor. You can ban a format that's not favorable, more so, if that's the mindset you want to go through. But this is gonna be a bracket. What matches are you guys looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to actually.
You
that,
can't say your own match.
No, I wasn't. I was actually looking. I'm looking forward to Khaled versus Kisu. Not just because they're on my side of the bracket, but I feel that's going to be a very, very tough and very close race. That it can go either way.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Khaled, Kisu, and Rav Ignited are gonna be 2 really great races to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Silenza and Dark. That's gonna be a wild card of a race.
That is definitely the wild card if you're looking at it. And then once that race is done, you're just looking at a dark horse for every match after that.
Yeah, I think that's whoever comes out of there is going to be. I think they are both great rando runners, with Silencer being the speed runner and Dark kind of just coming out of the blue as well too, and learning rando I think in the last couple months and squeaking in and showing that, hey, I'm here. They're gonna be the dark horse. They're going to be the ones that's going to be like, hey, I'm going to make this bracket really messy.
Yeah, the final bracket should be exciting. Info about when those races and everything, when those all starting, will be coming out soon. Gotta do some admin stuff, but man, this is your top 8. Should be exciting. This is how many races is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I can't count. 4
races.
Wait, no, hold up. I'm trying to count all of them.
Oh.
14 races or 14 pairings. So it's we've got a
4.
long bracket to go. Reminder, it is double elimination, so you have 2 chances.
Yeah.
So yeah,
14.
should be exciting.